advanced backslash class. We're going to start with our warm-up. And if you've tuned in and you don't really know what's going on, this class that we're doing right now, we've been doing this unit, or this rotation of information, for about the past 5 months, and then we switched over to live streaming, because you know why. And the students who are in the class all trained an average of about 10 years. So this recording, this live stream is not intended to be an introduction to anything. It's intended to help students pick up where we left off and build on information we've already covered in person. All right? And switch. Otherwise, I'd be explaining what we're doing now. And for my students who've been training with me for 5, 10, 15 years, they don't need this explained at this stage. We do have a lot of videos already made before the live streaming stuff happened that I do go very step by step and introduce the concepts slowly and the terminology very slowly, intended for real beginners. So find me on the internet, on the email or Facebook, send me a message, and I'd be happy to share that information with you. Inside. For my regular students coming to this class, like I shared with you on the last recording, I do not plan to do any new material until someone says, please, can we do new material? So if you want new material or new moves in the form, I am not doing any more until someone says, yes, please, can we do some more? That could be next class if one of you messages me. And switch. But we will have a thorough review, so I'll still walk through the routines slowly. And we did do one or two new moves in the fan form last recording, last class, and I'll definitely review that. And I had some questions come in about it, so I'll definitely answer those questions today about, you know, switching the thing and the thing and the thing. Yeah. All right, and left foot forward. And circle back. Bye. And switch. If you want to review your double saber set, I am still doing the live streaming on Fridays. We're just doing it at 4:30 instead of 5:30. And we're about a third of the way through the double saber set. And one more. And Chansajing. And if y'all want to test it out, if you are on the YouTube live streaming right now, obviously if you're watching this as a recording, you can disregard what I'm about to say, but I believe you should still be able to pause it and even rewind it. And then press play, and there might be like a 5 or 10 minute, you might be watching this 5 or 10 minutes behind the live stream. And switch. Tendon lengthening, marrow washing, chi soothing method. One more. And release. All right. Yin Yang balancing, Qi mobilizing method. Inhale, hold the breath, exhale. Inhale, exhale. In, exhale. Inhale, hold the breath, exhale. In, exhale. In, exhale. In, exhale. Couple more. Last one. Circle the hands up. Push the palms down. We're going to continue with our pattern of working on the newest moves for a few minutes, just to catch anyone up who's missed, and also just to review, as the newest moves, by me calling them the newest moves, are the least familiar usually for most of us. So I'm thinking I'm going to pick it up from the punch before the wrap crackers and see how far we make it. And I know you have to turn your back on me on the screen and look over your shoulder, but that'll be an okay thing to do right now because we're going to turn around where you'll be able to follow. But you know, it turns back and forth. So we're going to start from a punch. So the punch for you will be, you know, take the left foot slightly forward than the right, facing that way, but really facing the corner. And we are here and we're punching, we're down low, and then we're punching and we're a little higher. And as a walk-through pace, we sink and cross the arms to create our first wrap cracker. Boom. Then we're going to jump. Right now we're just going to step, but we're going to jump and kind of switch places with the feet. And now you're facing the screen and facing towards me, and second wrap cracker. Pick up the right foot. And third wrap cracker. Then cross the left over the right as you turn. Like a reverse sweep. Now your back's to me. It'd be best to look over your left shoulder to do the fourth wrap cracker. Pick up the right foot replace the left and the fifth wrap cracker. Pick up the right, replace the left, and the sixth wrap cracker. Push off the right foot. When you push off the right foot, it makes you turn for 2 punches. Then your left hand shoots down, the right hand comes to your left shoulder. And you're going to pop the right knee up, step the left foot out, and slant fly. Then circle the left hand towards you and bring the left foot in. Circle the left hand up and jump left leg, right leg to do the punch down. Then this one's not so much a jump, but just a switching the feet in place. The right foot comes up, the left one steps out. We set up our punch, and we punch. After we punch, we're going to slide the right foot so it's in line with the left foot. We're going to stretch back, like we have so many times in other forms, to then sink down into the dragon on the ground position. You look right, and then when you sink, you look left. And like I said, we're going to come up and end up doing a new move that has a monkey hop with the palm strike, but not yet. All right, let's do that new stuff one more time. Assuming you've been keeping up with the other recordings, the other classes from the last 2 or 3 times, I've gone over that a lot. If you feel like you really need more work on that, let me know, but also you can review the details from the last 2 classes, right? Okay, so from that punch, so you're punching diagonally away from your screen here, punch. Okay, now we're up high, you're low, you shift it, we're a little higher for the punch here, and then we sink low for the crossing of the hands to create to load up the fudging for our wrap crackers. So it loads up so it can go, because these are actually done really fast. And they really are done 1, 2, but when they're fast, they end up happening at the same time. Right foot pops up, you're now facing the screen, and sink and and 1, 2, sink and cross, reverse sweep, and step, step, and step, step, and okay, stay there, stay there. From the 6th wrap cracker, I know you have to look over your shoulder a little bit. But if you look over your shoulder, look over your right shoulder, it'll be easier to follow along. So as you look over your right shoulder, that's going to help you turn to the right, push off the right foot, and punch, punch. Pick up the right knee, step, and slam. In, left, right. And then pull back, right, left. And punch. All right. Then step back, pull, and look right, sink to go down. Or look back to sink and go down. And then come in, and we're going to jump that way. All right. Well, let's try from the very top, and maybe once or twice. Last time I felt like we didn't get as much time for the fan form as it would have been nice, but you know, we just play it by ear each time. So from the very top, find a spot, think about the space you have, especially if you haven't done this with me yet, live, or even in the future, recording of this, watching this, and think about how much space you have for your routine. So you can minimize the amount of adjustments you need to make. Did you put your dog and cat away yet? Sometimes they don't like Tai Chi, or they like it too much. Okay? Ready? Take a couple deep breaths. Walk through pace. Reviewing the form pace. other stuff. Did you get it? Was that slow enough? Trying to go slow, make sure everyone gets it. If you think you're ready for new moves, send me a message and I'll do new moves next class. Who would like to lead it this time? Who's going to lead it this time? Oh. I will lead it. Find your spot again. If you notice you ran into stuff at home, move the stuff next time, or find a different starting point. Let's do it one more time and then we'll transition over to fan. The messages you send me have been very helpful. It helps me focus on what to work on. So if you have some questions, comments, suggestions for the Xinjia Erlu that we just did, that I can ferret out some answers for, that's what I'm here for. So one more time. I'm going to get a little closer to the camera so my head might be off on your view, but as we move through it, I'll be a little closer and maybe that view will help make it easier to see and follow along. Okay, ready? Again. stuff. All right? Take a short break, not too long. Find your fan, and we'll come back and do the fan for him. One time I got to go to a tournament. Was it 2002? I think it was 2002. Went on a tour of China with Grandmaster Chen Jinsai. Blue is one of his students too. We all went and we did a tour, and we also went to a tournament. And it's kind of fun. This feels nice and cool in here because the ambient temperature is something like 72 or something in this room, Fahrenheit. And we would have these tournaments. We'd go to the stadiums, and we'd all sit in the stadium for when we were watching our classmates competing and stuff. No air conditioning. We all had fans though, not fancy fans, just like fans people are, this actually does work, but they were like fans that people have because it's hot. So there'd be a huge auditorium just full of seeing this motion in the whole place. And unfortunately, if it's like 88 or 95 degrees, which it was, or hotter in there, doing this just put hot air on your face, and it actually didn't cool off, make us feel cooled off at all. So, all right, you ready? So, same thing. Let's go review a little bit from the ending, once or twice. You know, yeah, I had a question on this one, so I'm going to clarify that. So I'm going to sneak up on that movement. Let's go from the kick, because that seems to be the place that works for getting which side of the fan we're grabbing in a few minutes. Okay? So we've just come around and we did the move that put us here, where we are closing the fan. So this just whipped away from the screen where you are. It was open, and it closes. Look back at the screen, and look back at me, and pick up the left knee, left hand, and kick, and switch, cross. These moves right here we started learning like 6 weeks ago, so this is not that much to review, but after these. Okay, maybe 4 weeks ago. Not the review part yet, but this one's good too. This is the review part. Okay, here we go. I know some of you might be your first time, but we only did it one time last class. So here, you do a slow kick and bring it back, and then step, pivot out a little bit with the left, cross the right over. This next part's done fast, but we're gonna still do it slowly. Step at the right, hammer fist, or inside karate block kind of thing. Here. Then, when we're here, this one's going to close, if it doesn't catch on your close. And then, we're going to kick. And when we kick, this hand's going to come up for here, for the left knee. So the left knee comes up, and you're like, why do I have to pass? This is the question. How and why, the question was more how, but I'm going to explain both. How and why do I need to pass it to this hand and then immediately pass it back? The reason is we're going to kick our hand with our right foot. And if the fan is in it, we're going to be kicking the fan. So we got to get it out and then put it back. All right? Okay, let's kind of sneak up on that again. You're here. This works real well because we're kind of next to each other. So you can see. So just stay next to me. Do the slow kick. Step it down. Shift and turn. And turn. This closes, then it's going to swing up, and you're going to kick your foot, and then you're going to grab the fan as you step back, and and step back again, circling both hands back, sinking down, twisting the hands in, pushing them down. You'll remember this from the Xinjia form, something similar that is. And then you'll hop and stomp. Cross your arms in, bring your foot in. You're going to take the right hand and flip it over and open up your fan as you turn and kick. Okay, up here, down, and up, down, cross, and yeah, we didn't learn anything else yet. I just left you there on the side kick. Although I did explain it a lot last class, it's hard to do that one in slow motion because you do a jump kick, and then you jump back and take 2 steps, and then you jump in place and turn and kick. It's all really done so fast. But we'll stay with it slowly, and we'll stay with these moves until you let me know that you're like, please, another new move, please. Because there's only a couple more moves in the fan form, and there's only 24, so we'll be done with it soon. Learning the sequence, that is. We'll need to work on making all the parts beautiful and smooth and get the speeding up and slowing down perfected. All right, so we're on that one leg again. Now remember, what you can't see is this fist is down here. That'll be important because when we turn, we can bring that guy in. Close, swing it up, kick, and step back, down, up, down, cross. Oh, you wanted to see that angle, I'm glad. Back to the same direction. So we're here. This time do it together. Remember the fist. And kick. And step, turn, close. Swing it up with the leg. Kick, hit your foot. And step back. 1, 2, circle, press, up, down, cross, turn and kick. Yeah? I think it's fun. I know. Please, one of you are saying, again, please, again, slower. Okay, we'll do it a little slower. And one more time, and then we'll run it from the top, and we'll just see what makes sense at that point. Ready? So we're here again. Kick slowly. Step, twist, close. Swing it up with the kick. Hit the foot. Jump back. In, down, up, down. That's the right foot that's forward. Cross and turn. And kick. Okay? I lied. Let's not go from the top. Let's go from that other good starting point with the kick up through there. Just to connect it, and then we'll go from the top. So here we are. We've just spun around and we close the fan over our shoulder. You know where we are? You're there? Okay, well, if you don't know, you'll figure it out in a second. Left foot, left hand. Right knee, fan, kick. When you bring it back, you flip it over. Cross in front of you. Right foot out. Drop the hands down. Shoot the left foot forward. Swing the arms out to the sides, but not up. Just out to the sides. And watch my feet. They're going to adjust so I can be here. And this move's normally done super fast. Boom. Reach behind you. Make it 1. Pivot. Right, left. Smack. Flip the fan over. Elbow. Lower the fan down. The fan's circling away from your screen in a clockwise position and followed by the left hand. Right foot comes in for a sweep the lotus kind of movement. Kick fast. Boom. Stomp. Flip. It only spins once. Turn. Drop the fist. Drop the fan. Turn the body. Sink down. If you can't go that low, just squat a little. Circle the hand in. Let me go ahead and say something about this one. When you flip it over and bring it in, the left hand's close to your body. The back of your left hand's close to the body. So it grabs the other end, the other side, I should say, of your fan. The side you haven't been opening and closing. With the right, the left's going to grab the other one. So you can turn. Right leg picks up, right hand goes overhead, right, left foot, it's right, left foot, open. This hand's here, palm down. As you shift, it turns fingers down so that you can pass it off again and close it to then open it. Here we are at the moves we just did. Left, oh, do the slow kick. Left foot twist, right foot twist, close the fan, swing it up for the kick. Step back, 1, 2, circle it in, push it down, up, down, cross, turn and kick. And then it has other jumping things going that way, which we're not covering yet. All right, whew. Hopefully that was useful and made sense and is worth rewinding and watching again and again to help you out at home. I appreciate y'all being here. We're not done yet. So take a breather for a second, and we're going to do the form from the top at a walk-through pace, as I like to say. Chen 24 fan form. Or you can say Chen family 24 fan. Pretty sure it's just a newer form. After we get this one down this year, this one's, for those that don't know, we pick one really cool weapon form a year. If we all get good at it really quickly, we can do another one. But definitely next year, we're going to do double, right? So double swords, double-edged swords. Yes, it's different. It's different than double sabers. I can't say it's easier or harder. It's just different. All right? You ready to try it from the top? Okay, let's do it from the top. Oh, those who are brand new to it, remember the left hand does this. The opening I think can be pretty hard if you haven't learned it. Okay, so if that's what you want help on, send me a message and we'll review how the form opens up, and I can even perform it facing the camera so that you can see it from the front, like we do in class. All right, here we go. Okay. Remember, don't go down very far yet, just bend the knees a little. The hands come up to shoulder height, and then you sink, and the hands come down. Turn, turn, sink. Settle, turn, sink, pop. Stretch. Close to the shoulder. Remember, wait for it as you sink, the right hand and right knee come up together. I know the kick's a little funny kick if you've ever done Kung Fu or karate. We don't usually do a side kick with the toe pointing up like that, but that's how it's supposed to be done. I thought we'd look at another spot today, the shoulder strike movement in that whole series. Just as a review, since I know some of you are still new to it, and we haven't really covered it, and I haven't seen you do it in a while, so send those recordings of yourselves doing these forms, and I can customize anonymously the next class for you if you can video yourself and send it to me. All right, so we have this part after the single whip, all right, that leads up to a shoulder strike. And so we're out in this big movement here. Yeah, my back's to you, but that's still best for here. We turn, and we have like the left hand going up and out. And then when we turn, our right hand really turns also, okay? And what's gonna happen when we do that, when it's time to turn back, it ends up creating a flipping look like this. So if you've noticed on some of the performances that you might have found on the internet, that there's sometimes like a little, wait, what is he doing? What is she doing? That's there. So you're here, and we go here, and we really twist, so when we come back, it has a little flick. Then here, we really twist, see that? And then when we come up here. But I really wanted to show you and work on the next part. From here, the right leg's like a sweep. It like sweeps around. Pick up the leg and turn, and it sweeps. Then when this circles and comes behind you, the shoulders square up to that wall there. Assuming you're in a square room, they'll square up. And then the shoulder strike, as opposed to being like a hump or a hop or a shift forward, it's only a lean forward. So it's come around and closed, then it circles, and see how far my shoulders turn, and then my feet stay here, but my shoulder goes forward. Then, when I pull away, that's going to make there's a nice space without shifting. I created a space to start the next movement. On the next movement, the left hand stays with the right hand, and it doesn't open coming up. It opens after coming up and pulling back a little bit. So those are reminders for those who've been in class regularly, but maybe some new tips for those who are unfamiliar with the form at all. One more time through that, then one more time from the top, all right? So from single whip, twist, and twist the wrist too, and let it flip. And twist, and let it flip. Pick up the leg and sweep, and circle. Turn the shoulders, and then turn back away. Keep the hand here. Sink. Remember, it doesn't open coming up. It goes up and opens coming back. All right? Okay, some tips for you. Thanks for tuning in today. Let's do it one more time from the top. Remember, give yourself some space. Ready? Begin. Remember, only go down a little bit. Hands come up to shoulder height. Then sink down. Right hand close to the left shoulder. Open up. Wait for it, wait for it. You turn, you sink, you pick up the knee. Turn, sink. Counterclockwise, then horizontal. 7, stretch, circle clockwise, pass off the fan, sink and pop. Close, punch slowly. Fast. Lean, lean, lean. Flip in the air. Catch. Now on the single whip, I missed this on the other one because I had to have it. On this one, this single whip, the foot comes up and steps. Sink. Stretch. Oh, here we are on that first correction section. Really twist it and come up. Twist it, come up. Sweep it, circle, square the shoulders, lean. Lean away, circle, dip, open on the way, back. Spiral, pick up the leg, spiral, pass off, step, flip. Open, look to the right, look to the right, look to the right hand, look left, double hit. Hold, pass off. Step back right foot, cat stance left. Pick up left knee, open fan, sink down in the cross stance. Cloud hands. Wait a minute, isn't it right? Cloud hands. And step behind. Step behind. Pull in. Not that big of a jump, just a little hop around to close. Pick up the knee. Up. Right, left. Pause and kick. Stomp. Drop. Forward. Still slowly kick. Step. We'll do this one slowly still. Step. Close. Swing. Back. All right, sweating a little bit? Okay, you just watched today. Next time, try more of the movements. You can pause, you can rewind, and send your questions. They've been very helpful. Hopefully, those who sent me questions last time got their questions answered this time. I'll cater these to those who ask questions or make suggestions. Let's go ahead and bow out. We honor the masters who came before us and seek to follow their examples. All right, good job, you guys.